Good. Hello. Good morning, Oil Campers. How are you? How are you enjoying Oil Camp 2? Isn't it amazing? So, hello and welcome. Today we're going to be speaking about page 12 on your wellness workbook. So please take out your wellness workbook and have a look at page 12, and you'll find that there is an action plan here. And we're just so excited about all of this content. We're hoping you're feeling super nourished. And what we're going to do on page 12 is that we're going to help you now focus on one area that you wish to create some change in the next week, the up and coming week. So if you could go back into some of those posts or videos that really struck a chord within you, that you really thought at the time, gosh, I really need this. This would make such a difference for me. So fill in the one primary focus area on your action plan that you feel is you'd like to highlight over the next week. And if there is if there's two areas, say you're like, I really want to implement the reducing the toxic load in my home, and I really want to get to bed earlier. So if they're both areas are really like absolutely burning, then okay, pop down too. But the primary focus area is what we're going to be focusing on for this week, so this upcoming week. And then I'd like you to just take a minute and have a think about, why is this worth changing? So whatever area you've written down in your primary focus area, and that could have been, the nutrition or the exercise, the managing the sleep or the stress. We've heard so much great stuff this week: reducing your toxic load, your meal planning, your rest, just that one area. And then what I'd like you to do is write down, why is this worth changing? And so, when you go back over this information and you go to implement this, it's really important that we take a moment to have an emotional connection to why it's worth changing. Why is this worth changing for us? And the simple answer is because you're worth it. So you are worth this, and you're worth this not just as this sounds like a great idea, but where it needs to be an emotional moment within you. That's how you're going to tie in the heart and the mind, and you will take the action steps. So fill in the next part a little bit lower in your workbook. What actions am I committed to taking in the next 7 days? So just 2 to 5 actionable steps that you can take over the next week. So that could be, I'm going to make that, I'm going to convert and make that low tox bench spray that I have a recipe for, or I'm going to start drinking 2 extra cups of water a day, or I'm going to get to bed half an hour earlier. And when you allow this to come through as actions and you're writing it down and you're having that emotional connection, you will find that you will keep these commitments far greater than any other well thought out, brilliant plan of action that you have in your mind towards shifting that needle just that little bit more. When you actually allow yourself to do this, and then down here, how will I celebrate when I keep this commitment? That is absolutely the gold of all of this, because when you do create something and you've created some good and you've created a shift and a change, please celebrate and allow yourself to receive a gift from yourself. And that gift could be a massage. It could be, I'm going to take the afternoon off and read a book. It could be that I'm going to go see that movie. For myself, it's the aroma touch technique. And I love receiving the aroma touch technique. My whole body responds. It's a beautiful gift to myself because I've given myself that hour, and I absolutely love it. And it's all because that you love yourself. And look, guys, we know this. We know that when you do not take care of yourself and that motivation has just left town and you're not feeling good and you're feeling like it might be a little bit too hard, or it might be worth it tomorrow to start, or it's just too overwhelming, then pause. That's all the objections that your amazing brain is putting up for you because you're about to create worthwhile change. Come back to this action plan. And what you'll see down here under the because I love myself is a little 7-day checklist. So each time you check this off, you know, love heart, tick, gold star, I want you to give yourself a not only a congratulations, but also to see that you are progressing over these 7 days. But, you know, because you do matter, and you are worth it. And because doing this good matters to you, and as I'll share in a minute, it actually has this amazing impact on the people around you, your community, and the world at large. So if you remember back in the orientation video that I did, we covered that taking care of yourself does matter. There's one guarantee in this life, and that is that you are the one companion that's going to go on this journey through your life. For the rest of your life, you will be your own companion. And if we take that out just that little bit further, when you don't feel good, you cannot do good. So when you don't feel good, you cannot do good in the world. You can't be of service to yourself. You may not be able to be of service to other people, and you find that it can be quite almost like a vicious circle. And it's not that you don't want to be doing good for yourself and taking self-care, but you'll find that the focus becomes overly focused in a negative way on what's not going well with you or right with you in your body. So what we're going to do is take that emotional moment to make that connection, write down all of this information, what are the action steps, and then allow yourself to celebrate. You know, because when you're struggling, when you're fatigued and you're hurting, it does impact not only yourself but other people. And when you do reclaim this gift of health, when you reclaim your health, when you actually do this, you release yourself from limiting yourself and moving into a heart-centered process that allows you to move into more natural human components of yourself. So your kindness, your compassion, your patience, your tolerance, your ability to give, your ability to receive, your ability to see how much suffering there may be around you, how many other people around you might be in need, and you allow yourself to move more towards this gift of service. Because, you know, when we feel good, we actually do good, and that's the heart. That's the actual heart of it. Doing good actually matters, and it matters not only to you and your family and your community, but on the next level, it matters in the world. So when you take time for yourself, you actually start to show up. And when I say show up, I'm meaning life purpose. So it's those simple changes that you make that make you feel so good, that allows you then to naturally, very naturally, and all of us that have been on this oil journey can attest to this, the better we feel, the more in charge of our health that we are, we step up within ourselves and we step out into the world with this amazing gift, this amazing service. And look, I just have so much gratitude for each of you that are on this oil camp and that are doing this journey and saying yes to doing this journey. The team that you are in spans right across Australia and into Europe and into the US. And just think of this as this family of oil users, that we are here taking care not only of ourselves, but so that we can now take care of others. And this creates such an amazing impact on all around you. And it's so exciting that we can do this, not only as an individual, but together. And that together we can support each other in doing this good. And the world really needs you, and the world does thank you. So there's this one little quote that has really stuck with me. It's that when you feel good, you actually create a positive impact to 7,500 people around you. That is the extent of the ripple effect. So just take a moment to let that sink in. When you feel good and it allows you to do good for yourself, and you are practicing self-care and it's showing, it's working, you're feeling good, you have more energy, you have more vitality, it's only natural that feel-good vibe, you carry it with you throughout your day, and it has a positive impact 7 to 7,500 people. And that is essentially the heart of doTERRA. doTERRA today, as you have seen in Oil Camp 1, is committed. They're committed to service. They're committed to supporting people, everyday families, and conversely the world. And they do this through co-impact sourcing, Healing Hands, Operation Railroad Underground. They do this for Days for Girls, and we're going to be exploring a little bit more of that in today's final day of Oil Camp 2. Thank you so much for committing to this journey. Thank you so much for being a part of a broader mission that we each have within each of us. Congratulations, and enjoy the last day of Oil Camp.